What's up, everybody? This workout's gonna get your heart and lungs pumping. It's a little intense, but I know you can do it. Let's move.
No.
Oh.
Come on, jumping jacks.
Come on.
Don't forget
Come
to
on, guys.
breathe.
I can do exercise. Come on. Come on.
Keep your arms swinging.
All right, we're going to elliptical. Here we go.
Get your legs moving. Come on.
I see you, Corey. I see you, Corey.
Keep them moving. Come on. Keep them moving. Don't give up. You got this. You can do it.
All right, we're gonna go to a super lunge. Switch legs.
Legs high up. Legs high up.
Switch legs.
Come on.
Elliptical.
Woo.
Get the legs moving. Come on. That's it. That's it. Come on. Come on, own it, own it. Keep going.
I see you guys. Come on. I'm tired too. Come on.
You did it. Let's take a few deep breaths to cool down. Ready? Breathe in and out. Again, breathe in and out. One more time. In and out. Nice. Have an awesome day. Fresh start, out.
Woo. All right, guys. You guys deserve a water break. I know I do. I'll be right back in 10 seconds. Good old H2O. All right. Whew, that was a workout. Whew. I'm no spring chicken like I used to be. But we're going to start on the next section in a little bit and just waiting on Esmeralda, all right? How you guys doing? Y'all miss me? Huh? All right, hold on. All right. Ready?
Yep.
Here we go.
Morning, you guys.
She skipped on the workout because it was too hard for her.
So much for me.
Brain is made of water, so we need to stay.
Go to GoNoodle.com.
73% of our brain is made of water, so we need to stay well hydrated to perform properly. Be sure your child drinks water several times a day as part of a healthy diet, especially at school. If your kids are not sufficiently hydrated, they may feel tired during the day.
Okay, class, open to chapter 22 in your history books.
Yeah.
So be sure to give your kids a glass of water as part of their breakfast before going to school, so they can have a great start to their day.
All right, that was a video showing the importance of drinking water.
Yeah, it is very important for you guys to drink water.
Oh.
If you drink water in the morning, that will help you guys to not be sleepy or very tired. If you drink water, it helps your body.
Hydration is key, is what I always say. And let's see, that's pretty much it. Drinking water is pretty self-explanatory. I know you guys drink a lot of soda, which is okay here and there, but try to cut back on the soda and drink some more water. All right, on to our next video.
That starts with washing your hands thoroughly, like the flu.
There you go. Sorry about that.
To help stop the spread of viruses, like the flu or coronavirus, good hygiene is essential. That starts with washing your hands thoroughly with soap and water. Whenever you cough, sneeze, or blow your nose, prepare food or eat, care for someone sick, touch your face, or use the toilet. Remember to cough or sneeze into your arm or a tissue. Bin the tissue and wash your hands. Together we can help stop the spread and stay healthy. Visit health.gov.au, authorised by the Australian Government, Canberra.
Okay, that was also pretty important, especially right now with the coronavirus. The coronavirus. We got to wash our hands for 25 seconds, hot water, get in between the nails, arms, and then you dry. You don't want to get anybody else sick, all right? That's very important. Anything else, my brother?
Yeah. Wash your hands often. It don't matter how many times you wash your hands. It's never too much. Just wash your hands and be careful when you're out there. If you go out in the store, make sure you wear your mask. Make sure you be careful when you touch the stuff. If you touch something, make sure you wash your hands because you guys got to protect yourself. Go ahead.
Hi, Corey. Okay, here's the next video.
Adrian's there too. Adrian Henning.
Adrian. Oh. Next video.
Solving.
I'll be right back.
Problem solving is about being able to find solutions when faced with difficulties or setbacks. Even if you can't think of a solution straight away, you need to have a logical process for figuring things out. Some of the key elements of good problem solving skills are: if there is a problem, think hard on how to solve it, or ask for help. Think about how you've solved a problem in the past.
3 blue ones, 3 red ones, and 2 orange. Blue. Excuse me, Jason.
Yes, Coach.
Is there any red fill tail paint?
It says we've got 20, Cody, so they should be either in the storeroom or they should be over there where some of the tail paints get stored, all right?
Yeah. Oh. Tail paint.
Yeah, the audio's kind of low on this video, unfortunately.
3 tail paints, red. You got some right here.
What is that? Talking about problem solving. Make it like you're not able.
How you going, mate?
Good yourself?
You're not
Good, I
able
was
to
just
do
wondering if you could help me
something, you
find the
go
Bonnie
ask for
working
help.
dog there.
Yeah, sure. That's right. That's right.
Yep, no worries.
Here's the Bonnie working dog. How many would you like?
I'll just grab the one for now, mate.
Yeah.
Initiative.
Well, hopefully you guys heard that. I know the audio was a little low over here as well. It's pretty much problem solving skills. If you're at home, let's say the trash is kind of full, you know that the trash has to go outside in the trash can, so just take it out and yeah, stuff like that.
You don't know how to do it, you could ask for help, and then you learn how to do it, and then you could do it. The next time it will be easy.
Yep. And the next one is going to be about taking initiative and enterprise. So hopefully it's a little bit louder. If not, it's Hector's fault.
And enterprise. Showing initiative can be seeing a problem or something that needs to be done and just getting in and doing it without being asked. It can be not waiting to be told what to do next, but asking, what can I do next? Some of the key elements of good initiative and enterprise skills are ask what you can do, not waiting to be told what to do, being able to stop doing one task to do something that is urgent, then going back to the other task.
Oh, the audio in the video is perfect. I
Well,
just
you
heard
didn't
from
have to
Hector
pay for
right
it.
now.
Yeah, mate, you can go and take those bikes out the front.
Yeah,
Thanks,
cool.
Tim.
Thanks.
Excuse me, Vicky, can I have my lunch break now, please?
Yep, off you go, mate. No problem.
Thank you.
Is there any plates, Julie?
Yes, my darling. You can take that if you like.
Can I take a plate?
Oh, yes, thank you. That was delicious. Excuse me, Courtney, could you go down and get me some milk, please?
Yeah, sure.
That would be $60, please.
$60? Yep, sure. Here you go.
I'll just let you out.
Yeah.
And have a good day.
Okay, see ya.
See ya.
Okay. This is like, for example, it's like if when you go to the site, to a volunteer site, and you know what to do, don't wait for your coach to let you know, come on, let's start working. If you know what to do, you go ahead and do that. Or if you don't know what to do, you could ask, can I help you with something? And that's pretty much it.
Yeah. Take initiative. Kind of like the same example I used with about the trash can. If it's full, don't wait for someone to tell you, go take it out. Just do it yourself and help around, you know? Stay active, stay busy. And then wash your hands after. Hi, Tarika.
What is your greatest strength?
My greatest strength is my eyesight. I have 20/16 vision. I have eyes like a hawk.
Well, that might be a great strength, but unless you are interviewing for a job as a professional referee, employers might not feel the same way. When answering the question, what is your greatest strength? Try to find a skill or core value that you feel you have that matches up with the job description or the research you have done in the company. You might not know what your greatest professional strength is, so go over the job description and look at each responsibility for the job. Do you have a trait or skill that makes you a strong candidate? Let's use an example. This candidate is applying for a job in accounts receivable for ABC Company. In her preparation for the interview, she notices data entry as one of the main job responsibilities. She knows that she has a high attention to detail and a high level of accuracy from her previous experience and time in school.
What is your greatest strength?
I feel that two of my greatest strengths are my attention to detail and high rate of accuracy when inputting data.
Next, think about where you've used the strength in order to do your job or assignments to the best of your ability, whether it be in a previous position or in your education and training. Finally, how are you going to apply the same strength to the job in question? You want to show them the company will benefit by hiring you.
I feel that two of my greatest strengths are my attention to detail and high rate of accuracy when inputting data. In my previous role as a bank teller, I was frequently responsible for transposing client data from paper files and forms into the database, where I did so with minimal errors and frequently received praise from my superiors. Furthermore, while studying accounting and business administration in school, I received extensive training in adding data into spreadsheets and other related software. Based on the job description, I see that you listed data entry as a key responsibility in this role, and I believe that these strengths will directly assist me in doing the job as efficiently and accurately as possible.
Remember, use a strength that is relevant to the position you are interviewing for. Make sure it is something that you have demonstrated previously and will allow you to excel in the role.
All right, so I know a lot of you are working on maybe getting a job in the future. So this was actually quite helpful. I know there was a lot of information there, but pretty much just know what you're good at. They're going to ask you a lot of questions in the interview. Just know what you're good at. Get there early. Bring a pen. And just be confident. Maybe have a little practice interview with some of your friends, and practice makes perfect, you know.
For example, if you like to communicate, you are very friendly in the community, so if you apply for a greeter, when they ask you what you're good at, you could say, I like to communicate, I like to say hi to the people when I see the people, so that will be a good strength.
Yeah. Or if you apply like a place at GameStop, tell them that, you know, you play a lot of video games, you're very familiar with them, and you could easily answer any questions, you know. So, all right. I'm going to go to the next video. We'll continue. You guys good? Still with me here? All right, cool.
Your interview is the first impression you are giving your potential employer, and that impression starts the moment you walk through the door. First and foremost, dress appropriately. Your employer doesn't need to know that you are on the cutting edge of fashion. You want to show the employer that you know what a professional looks like, and that you are one. Guys, wear a suit, or at least a shirt and tie. Keep it conservative, no loud colors. Make sure it's clean and ironed. You don't want to give a bad first impression. Ladies, wear a pantsuit or skirt suit. Keep it simple. Nothing bright, short, or sheer. Make sure your clothes are clean, ironed, and pressed. Keep your hair simple and neat. A simple low ponytail pulled tight, for example, is perfect. Even if you know the company has a relaxed dress code, the employer still wants to see that you are aware of what a professional looks like, and that you are capable of dressing like one. You can never be too overdressed to your first interview. Clean up your online presence. You would be surprised at how many employers now look at your online profiles when making their consideration. This includes your Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, Instagram, and any other social media profiles you might have. Make sure that you do not have any compromising, embarrassing, inappropriate, or unprofessional pictures, videos, or posts visible. Time your trip. Do not be late to your interview. Do not even be exactly on time. Aim to arrive at least 10, but no more than 15 minutes early. So, make sure you map out your route beforehand and factor in anything that might happen. If your interview is at 9 a.m., consider the fact that there will be traffic. If you're taking public transportation, factor in the possibility of a late train or bus. Your first impression begins the moment you arrive. It is said that most hiring managers form an opinion within the first 10 minutes of meeting you. So it is important to make a good first impression. Treat everyone with respect. Just because they are not the hiring manager doesn't mean that they do not have any influence in you getting hired. Greet everyone you meet with a smile. The hiring manager might ask the receptionist about your demeanor. If they find out that you were unfriendly with everyone else, but were friendly with them, you will look insincere. Greet everyone with a firm handshake and a smile. Sit patiently if you have to wait, and use positive body language. Sit squarely and confidently in your chair. Do not slouch or look too comfortable, and stay off your mobile phone. Make sure you practice your answers for the questions that you have prepared for. You do not want to come off as though you are reciting a speech. Practice until your answers start to feel and flow naturally. Know the job description. Most people take this one for granted. It is very important you are aware of every responsibility and qualification of the job. If any of them come up, you do not want to be caught off guard. Research the company. Knowing about the company, their values, history, services, and outreach is to your advantage. Being able to incorporate this information into your answers or using any of the information when asking questions give you a very positive, engaged, and sincere impression. You want to give the appearance that you don't just want a job, you want a career with their company.
yeah, that's pretty much what I was saying before we played that video. You know, show up early to the interview. I know I'm not the best dressed guy out there, but you know, I'm already hired, so. But at my job interview, I came in with a nice dress shirt and a tie. My hair was shorter and it's combed. Nice cologne, you know, and shake everybody's hand. Smile and be polite.
Make sure your clothes is clean. Your hair is good. Is washed and is done. Talk about personal hygiene and presentation.
Yeah.
So pretty much be clean. Your clothes being ironed and everything. So that's pretty good.
And then when you work for the company for a couple of years, you could grow your hair out like me and dress like me and be more comfortable.
Don't take those examples, please.
I'm just kidding. All right, let's continue.
The last one will be computer skills. Right? I think it's computer skills.
If you're watching this right now, then I'm pretty sure you're using some kind of computer. Your computer might look like this or this, but you might also be watching me on a tablet, a phone, or even your TV. And all of these things are or work thanks to computers. So what is a computer? There are a lot of ways to answer that question, but to keep it simple, we'll say that a computer is a machine that can follow instructions. Now, instructions are just steps that tell us how to do a job. I bet you're already pretty good at following instructions. Like, a grown-up might give you instructions on how to put on a jacket or sweatshirt by yourself. If you don't do these steps in the right order, or you don't follow them closely, things might turn out all wrong. But if I do follow the instructions carefully, then I can easily get the jacket on without any problems. Computers use instructions to do all kinds of things, and things that are way harder than getting dressed. The instructions that we give a computer are called a program. And when the computer follows the instructions, we call it running the program. When a computer runs a program correctly, it accomplishes a task. It does something. For example, when you use a tablet or a smartphone, you might run a special kind of program called an app. An app, or application, is a program that has a specific job to do. It might be to play a game with you to help you learn math, or it might be to tell you if it's going to rain today. Computers have lots of different parts to help them run apps or other kinds of programs, but there are two really important ones. The first part is called a central processing unit. That's a big fancy name, so most people call it the CPU for short. The CPU is kind of like the brain of the computer. It helps the computer to read and to follow the instructions that are in the program. Computers also have a kind of memory, sort of like we do. You use your brain to remember things like how to put on a jacket. But a computer uses its memory to remember which step it's on when it's following instructions. And when a computer shows you a picture that you took last month, it's using its memory. But a computer doesn't have a brain to use its memory. Instead, its memory is often stored in tiny little electrical circuits called chips. All of these parts inside a computer make it work. But let's look at some of the outside parts of a computer, the parts we touch and see. There are some parts that we use to write programs or to give a computer information. If we do that using letters and numbers, then we use a keyboard. Some keyboards are separate from the computer with keys that you push. Others are built into the computer, and all you have to do is touch the screen with your finger. Another part that helps us to tell the computer what to do is called the mouse. You can see why it's called a mouse. It has a wire that kind of looks like a tail. When we move the mouse on a table or desk, we move a pointer around. And when we click a button on the mouse, we give the computer an instruction. Sometimes the mouse doesn't have a wire, and some computers don't use a mouse at all. On these computers, you can just use your finger to move things around on the screen. Oh, and speaking of the screen, that's another important part too. But instead of helping us put things into the computer, it helps the computer communicate with us. It shows us the results of the program we've put in. So a screen can show us the math game we're playing or a picture that we want to see. There are also printers, which give us words and pictures on a piece of paper, and speakers or headphones, which give us sounds. All of these different parts work together so computers can help us work, study, and learn. And watching videos and playing games on computers is definitely a lot of fun. But computers do so much more than that. Computers help people talk to each other all across the world. And they help people to design and build bridges, houses, skyscrapers, and roller coasters. Computers even help to launch astronauts into space and help help us land robots to explore the surface of Mars. Every day, we're thinking of new ways computers can help us. Thanks for using your computer to join me on SciShow Kids. Do you have a question about computers or anything else? Grab a grown-up and ask them to help you. Leave a comment down below or send us an email to kids@scishow.com. Thanks, and we'll see you next time.
Well, that was a lot of information about computers. Personally, I don't know much about it, but I know a little bit. But that was very informative. And what do you say about that, Esmeralda?
It's very helpful. It helps you for a lot of things, and it's very good if you learn how to use the computers. I don't know how to use computers like really, really good, but I know how to work some stuff. And the computer will help you to save stuff. Computers help you to work. What else? You could make pictures, you could make calendars, you could send emails. With the computers, you could do a lot of things. And if you know the basic, it will help you a lot.
Yeah. Okay, well, that's pretty much it for today. Thank you guys for popping up and checking out the video. If you have any questions, talk to your coach. I know they're calling you. I know you guys are excited about that. And if you guys have any questions or concerns, let us know. You know the office number. And we'll see you again tomorrow. Same time?
11:30.
11:30. All right. Well, you guys have a good day.
Bye.
I miss you guys. Bye-bye.